stages with Bubbles the Clown. I'm very sad about this first one. So they got rid of the assault bike. I can't believe it. It's the worst news ever. Just kidding. That would never happen because that's the best station. Alright, what they did do was they built a little house for the Ram. So you see this little tape box on the floor, that's the Ram's house. Whenever you finish a Ram station, the Ram has to go home before you can move on. Think of like when you were a little kid and you had to be, when the street lights came on, you had to go home. So think when you finish route number 30, the street lights came on and you put the Ram in its home and then you can move on. So until the Ram's in its home, standing up in the little box, you can't go to the rower. It's the same thing with the burpees. When you finish a burpee, the Ram has to go home and that stops the clock. It doesn't stop when the Ram's over your head anymore in 20. Is that going to take a little longer? Yeah, about an eighth of a second, so don't worry too much. Too many people have been throwing the Rams and they hit somebody else. A judge in Florida got hit in the face. Not cool. No one wants to send their judge to the hospital. Nah, we don't need that. All right, the stations. Station 1, the lunges. So there's another line here. We're going to stand over here with our heels to the line. 3, 2, 1, go! You pick up your Ram, you put it on your shoulder, and then you're going to step back so your knee hits the ground, nothing new here. Then you're going to stand up and bring your foot in front of the blue line, nothing new here. And you're going to step back, and then you're going to step up. See, nothing's really changed. You can't jump. You couldn't jump before. You can't jump now. You just can't jump. Now the line helps the judge know when you're jumping, so then you can get no rep. Then when you're done, Ram, back in it. That's right, home. All right, now you do it in a row. All right, the second rule change with the Ram obstacles or stations is the burpees. Huge rule change here. So we used to do this thing called the Ram burpee, and the Ram just came and gave us a nice little trim on top. Now we're gonna go straight CrossFit, lock it out. It's not really CrossFit, but you know, they always do that lockout thing. So let me show you what it looks like from the front. So you're gonna go down the same, chest hits the Ram, then you're gonna pop up, and then you're gonna pull up, and then all the way overhead. Look at the elbows, they're straight from the side, they're straight. And that's 1. And then you're gonna come down, and up, 2. All right, let's say that was number 20. The clock's still running, so we gotta put our Ram in the home and time. That's how that works. For teens, this is only for teens. All right, for the farmers, that's zone 6, and the tank, that's zone 9, 6 and 9. A lot of people have a good giggle for those two getting together, but you get that later. Anyways, a lot of people figured out my secret strategy where I have my friend push, and then I walk the dog, and then I pull. And then they push, and I pull. Can't do that anymore. Too many people have been getting run over with the tank because they're just standing in traffic, and you wouldn't cross the street without looking, right? But they do it in DEKA, so that's out. We gotta protect the athletes. So, what does that mean? If you start the push, you're on the tank until you return to the starting line. And then you can hand off, and then you can rest. But you have to rest behind the starting line, back here. Not in the lane where someone's gonna run you over, like that guy that was laying on the floor taking the pictures. That guy scared me so much. All right, and same thing with the farmers. If you pick up the farmers here, you're committed. You gotta bring those things all the way down and all the way back. And then you can switch here. Those are the teams changes with one final nuance with the Ram going in the box. Back when we're talking about teams real quick. One final nuance as we're talking about teams, the Ram has to go in the box to complete the station, which means 30. We used to just say 30 and we tag our partner on the row. Now we can't tag until we step up and take the Ram, put it back in its home. Now we can tag. So don't screw up all these rules because it's gonna really slow you down and it's gonna make your time worse. So study this video over and over and over. Share with a friend who you want to do well. And don't share with anybody if you're trying to beat them and qualify above them to go to DEKA World Championships. But it's January, we got plenty of time to practice. I'll come back with a different video on how to get faster with all the different stations and little nuances, but you gotta know the rules first. So watch this video over and over and over and share with a friend.